For the first few minutes, neither of us spoke. Then Song Jian broke the silence. My brother's name is Song Fu. His martial arts are average, but he has two very deadly skills. His shooting is amazing, and he is a master with tiny arrows like matchsticks, never misses. He learned to cover them with a strong poison from an East African tribe. One hit, and you become crazy before dying. Be careful, Brother Wei. I nodded. Got it. My cousin is with him, Brother Song. Is she in danger? He sighed. Hard to say. He has always been unpredictable, hard to get along with. It's strange your cousin is with him, sharing a boat. His words made me more worried. If anything happened to Red, I would be blamed. The motorboat reached the city in 12 minutes. On the shore, someone waved a red cloth. Old man buys contact, called by a direct phone line. We went fast towards them, jumping ashore before the boat stopped. The man came closer. Car is ready. Where to? His question made us stop. We had no idea where Song Fu and Red had gone. Song Jian looked at me. I asked the man, how long have you been here? For minutes, he replied. Did you see a man and woman leaving in a hurry? He thought for a moment. Did not notice. I sighed. Brother Song, let's check my place. If Red left a letter, we might have a clue. Song Jian nodded. It's our only chance for now. We jumped into the car, driven by the contact, and went fast to the city. In the spread-out city, we slowed down, soon arriving at my house. We got out, and the man asked, anything else? Song Jian waved him off. Go. Don't say a word about our movements. Yes, sir. The man drove backwards and left. I watched the car saying, Brother Song, when you told him to keep quiet, his eyes moved quickly. Do you think he is planning something? Song Jian frowned. Could be. He might be loyal to Bai Kiwei. As I spoke, I pulled out my key. Just as I put it in, the phone inside rang twice, then stopped. My heart beat fast. Old Sai, my slow-moving helper, could not have answered that fast. I pulled the key out. Brother Song, something is wrong inside. Let's climb the drainpipe and be careful. He waited. Is that really needed? It will avoid any surprises, I insisted. He did not argue. We went around the corner. My place was in a quiet area, with few people walking by even in daytime. Seeing no one, we climbed the drainpipe to the balcony. I broke a glass window, reached in, and opened the door. We stepped inside and stopped. My study was completely destroyed, as if a group of soldiers had fought a brutal battle inside. Nothing was unbroken. Song Jian looked at me. Good idea, Brother Wei. Before I could answer, a soft rustle was heard behind us. Our quick reaction started. We turned around, then stopped again. Not by choice, but because we had to. Bai Kiwei stood before us, holding a submachine gun, his finger on the trigger. One small move, and Song Jian and I would be full of bullets. He smiled in a sly way. Long time no see, gentlemen, Song Jian said. Kiwei, put the gun down. Bai Kiwei smiled meanly. Turn around, I said coldly. Would you dare shoot here? When forced, he replied, I would do anything. Cooperate, and I will not go too far. Turn around, hands up. Song Jian and I had no choice. We raised our hands and turned. He shouted, walk to the living room, and keep some distance between you. Song Jian said quietly, Brother Wei, a smart man does not fight a losing battle. Do as he says. I walked forward, Song Jian behind me. Down the stairs, the living room looked untouched, but 6 or 7 men sat there. 3 were the Whip Triad. The others looked a little familiar, probably Green Gang members bought by Bai Kiwei. They took out their guns, aiming at us as we entered. We stopped in the center of the room. Bai Kiwei shouted, Stop! We stood still. He ordered, tie their hands behind their backs. 2 men stood, each holding handcuffs. Song Jian's face was calm. Be careful, friends, this job is risky. They smiled meanly. Would you dare resist? Song Jian laughed softly. If we do, Kiwei shoots, and you 2 die with us. Their faces turned pale, and they waited. Song Jian laughed louder. Cowards! Come on, we will not move. Their faces turned red with shame, but they stepped forward, putting handcuffs on us behind our backs. I could not help but admire Song Jian. Outnumbered and outgunned, he stayed calm, making our captors act nervous with his sharp words. Once handcuffed, Song Jian said, What's next? Ankles too? Bai Kiwei made a sound. Sit. We turned and sat. Song Jian crossed his legs, shouting, Shorty, light me a cigarette now. The whip triad, scared by his presence, quickly obeyed. Song Jian smiled widely. Brother Wei, have one too. He winked, and I understood what he meant. Whatever Brother Song says, I replied. The triad lit one for me. We smoked casually, not showing we were prisoners. Bai Kiwei sat across from us, his submachine gun pointed at us, with 6 handguns from his men behind him. Song Jian, he smiled meanly. Are you thinking of spitting that cigarette at me? Those 6 guns are not empty. Song Jian's face stayed calm, but I knew he was nervous. His cigarette trick, spitting the cigarette end to surprise Bai, was something Bai Kiwei had already seen. Song Jian spoke quietly through the cigarette. You are not wrong. Bai Kiwei smiled meanly again. Song, I know you took the steel plates. I worked very hard to make them magnetic for pickup, but you got them first. How do we solve this? Song Jian replied, You are wrong. Someone else took the plates, not me. Bai pointed at one of his men. He was sent to grab them, but you got there first and kicked him. Are you saying that is a lie? The one who took them is my brother, Song Jian said. He looks just like me. Your man thought he was me. Bai Kiwei laughed coldly. A brother who looks exactly the same. Song, you should write stories. Where are the plates? Give them to me. Since you saved me the trouble of getting them out, I will not be too hard on you. Song Jian said, Kiwei, I am telling the truth. Your father is heartbroken over you. Don't make things worse for yourself. Let us go, and we will find the 25 plates together. That is the most important thing. Bai Kiwei's sly smile became wider. Good try. If you don't give them up, you will both feel some pain. Song Jian and I stopped. Pain clearly meant torture. Suddenly, Song Jian said something unclear. Bai Kiwei said sharply, What did you say? Song Jian repeated, I said. The rest was a mix of unclear sounds. When he did it again, I realized he was planning something. My heart beat fast. Any move now was very risky, with us surrounded and handcuffed. Bai Kiwei's eyebrows wrinkled. What are you saying? Song Jian opened his mouth. I am saying. With a quick sound, he spat the half-smoked cigarette at Bai Kiwei's face. Bai's attention had been on Song Jian's quiet talking, and he had not expected such a wild move. As he moved his head aside, Song Jian moved fast. I then realized his shadow-chasing flight skill worked even with a cigarette, and he could push himself with anything. In a flash, he was on Bai Kiwei. I reacted instantly, standing and kicking a sofa outward. A burst of bang 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 sounds happened. Bai Kiwei's submachine gun firing. My heart sank, not sure if Song Jian was hit. I jumped at one of Bai's men, a bullet going past me. My shoulder hit him hard, sending him falling 8 feet away. Stop! Stop! Bai Kiwei shouted. I looked up. The whip triad and the others looked very shocked. Bai Kiwei was on the floor, his gun down, Song Jian's foot holding his chest, the other on his wrist. He could not move. The ceiling was covered with dust from plaster, a line of bullet holes showing where the shots had gone. Song Jian smiled widely at me. Sorry, Brother Wei. Lucky their loyalty held. I understood. When Song Jian moved fast, the triad and others aimed at him to protect Bai Kiwei. Only one shot at me as I attacked, missing in the confusion. Thinking back, I started sweating cold. Later, I learned Song Jian's very fast move had him bending low, hitting Bai's wrist to make the gun point up, sending bullets into the ceiling. He followed with a headbutt to Bai's chest, a perfect oil hammer strike. With life-or-death situations, the force was very strong, making Bai Kiwei fall. Song Jian then held his wrist, forcing him to drop the gun, and stepped on his chest. It sounds simple now, but with his hands handcuffed behind him, one wrong step could have been deadly. Only someone with huge courage could do it. Song Jian smiled slightly. Untie us now, Bai Kiwei repeated like a puppet. Untie them. The whip triad and others knew one wrong move from Song Jian's foot would kill Bai Kiwei. Someone freed me first. I collected their handguns and grabbed the submachine gun. Song Jian rubbed his wrists, moving back. Bai Kiwei, his face red, stood. Song Jian said, Kiwei, experience wins. If I were not soft-hearted, Bai Kiwei said sharply, you two would both be dead. Song Jian made a sound. Not soft-hearted, greedy. Do you have anything left to say? Bai Kiwei stood still, quiet. Song Jian continued, you have men and connections. I need information. Then Song Jian broke the silence. My brother's name is Song Fu. His martial arts are average, but he has 2 very deadly skills. His shooting is amazing, and he is a master with tiny arrows like matchsticks, never misses. He learned to cover them with a strong poison from an East African tribe. One hit, and you become crazy before dying. Be careful, Brother Way. Yes, sir. The man drove backwards and left. I pulled the key out. Brother Song, something is wrong inside. Let's climb the drainpipe and be careful. My study was completely destroyed, as if a group of soldiers had fought a brutal battle inside. Bai Kiwei stood before us, holding a submachine gun, his finger on the trigger. He shouted, "Walk to the living room, and keep some distance between you." Song Jian's face was calm. "Be careful, friends, this job is risky." Outnumbered and outgunned, he stayed calm, making our captors act nervous with his sharp words. The ceiling was covered with dust from plaster, a line of bullet holes showing where the shots had gone. If I were not soft-hearted, Bai Kiwei said sharply, you two would both be dead.